Last year, I was able to save over $3,500 on my 6 trips just by using my credit card points. In this video, I'll break down exactly how I was able to do this and the 2 main methods that I use. Once you get those 2 down, then you'll be able to easily save a couple of $1,000s a year on your future trips. Here, you can see in this table, I kept track of how much it would have cost if I had paid in cash at that point in time versus how many credit card points I ended up using instead. This helped me see how much I was actually saving by using my credit card points. For example, in this first Chicago trip, I would have spent around $880 in cash. Instead, I only had to use 45,000 credit card points. This includes 2 round-trip Delta flights that I was able to get for about 30,000 points. Also, I was able to book a night at a Hyatt hotel for around 15,000 points. For the rest of the trips in the table, I was able to either save on both the flights and hotels or just one or the other, but at the end of the year, you can see I was supposed to spend around $3,500, but I only had to spend around $1,700 worth of points. One highlight I wanted to point out was that I was able to save over $500 on this ticket from Hawaii. You can see here that cash price would have been $780, but instead, I was able to book that same exact ticket for right around 28,000 points or $280. So I was able to save over $500 by using my points instead. Not only was I able to use my credit card points instead of paying with cash, I was able to get a great deal by using my points. This is my favorite part about using credit card points. Usually when you try to save money, you have to sacrifice quality, but in this case, you can actually save money and still get the same type of flight that you normally would or even better. What I mean by that is that in this example, you can see here if I were to book this flight with points, not only could it be a lot cheaper than the cash price, but you're also getting a main cabin ticket for that. So if you tend to book basic economy tickets, then not only are you saving money by using points, but you're also getting a better ticket instead. The 2 main methods that I used was taking my credit card points and then transferring them to either a hotel or airline program. For hotels, the main method that I used was that I took my Chase points and transferred them over to the Hyatt hotel program. This is one of the easiest ways to get a lot of value out of your credit card points. I made a whole video explaining exactly step by step on how this process works. I'll leave a link in the description and the corner of this video so you can check that out. For example, I stayed at this hotel last year and you can see here for one night it would have cost $540, but if you use points instead, it only cost 20,000 points for one night or $200. So I was able to save a lot of money by doing this. For flights, the main method I used was taking my credit card points and transferring them to either Virgin Atlantic or Air France. And the reason I did that is that you can see here that Delta, Virgin Atlantic, and Air France are all part of the same airline group, and it's called the SkyTeam Group. And this means that you can book Delta flights on either Air France or Virgin Atlantic. So you might be wondering, why would you even want to book Delta flights on these other airlines' websites anyway? And the 2 main reasons are, 1, it's a lot cheaper to book on these airlines for the same exact Delta flight, and 2, you can see here, most credit card points transfer either to Virgin Atlantic or Air France. Right now, the only way to convert your credit card points to SkyMiles is from Amex, and even then, you get a much better deal if you book it through Air France or Virgin Atlantic. I created a whole nother video explaining how that process works. I'll leave a link in the description and the corner of this video, so feel free to check that out. This is an example of a round-trip Delta flight that I took last year. And you can see here, for a main cabin ticket, it would be around $315. But you can see for that same exact Delta flight on Air France, it would only cost around 10,000 miles or $100 plus $30 in taxes. So if you exclude the taxes, that's almost 3 times the amount of value you're getting from your credit card points. By using these 2 strategies, I was able to save $3,500 on flights and hotels. So if you've been hoarding up your points, this is a great way to use them. If this is your first time using points to book hotels or flights, I would recommend starting with the Hyatt video in the description. Usually booking hotels are a lot easier with points, and then once you feel comfortable with that, I would move on to booking flights with points. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more.